Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move. I'm Emily Grafeo, jumping ahead of Carol Masser here. And we're joined by Bloomberg News cross-asset reporter Denitsa Sikova. Okay, let's go to retailers.
Yeah, we're talking about uncertainty in the economy, and what a better place to start than Walmart. Walmart had a pretty rough day yesterday, and today it's down about 2%. The ticker, of course, is WMT. The firm forecasted less earnings growth than analysts were expecting. Of course, we know Walmart is always on the conservative sides when it comes to earnings estimates, but still we're seeing some concerns because even HSBC cut their recommendation for the retailer from buy to hold. So clearly analysts are taking this seriously. What is happening is obviously the economy is expanding at a fast pace, but there aren't too many jobs being added. So clearly that K-shaped recovery, or whatever you call it, is definitely weighing on the company. The number everyone is worried about is they expect earnings to rise from $2.75 to $2.85, and the street was actually expecting nearly $3. So pretty big gap that clearly is worrying investors. The stock is up more than 9% year to date. So needless to say, there is just kind of a short-term thing.
It's also been on a tear. I mean, up more than, 70% in 2024, up about 23% last year.
For sure.
And
it's coming from a very strong rally.
Well, and I think a lot of people like what they've been doing, right, in terms of some of the shifts and a lot of stress on digital.
Digital has been a big revenue for
e-commerce,
them. One of the fastest growing parts of the business, for sure.
All right, I've never ordered anything from Walmart, though.
Yeah.
But just think, Amazon.
I wouldn't think of it, yeah.
Right?
You said Amazon, but Amazon has actually displaced Walmart as the company with the largest revenue today. So it was Walmart, and now it's Amazon.
But does that include AWS?
I think so.
Yeah. It's not apples to apples.
It's not
like retail to retail. I've been looking at that story.
It's a big moment.
All right. My understanding is Walmart is still the biggest physical retailer, like physical store retailer.
That makes a lot of sense.
Like there's a distinction. Right. All right, Amazon.
Amazon.
I was thinking about, we're going to go somewhere, but I was thinking about your credit world.
Yes.
Have you been talking a lot about Blue Owl?
Yes, that's been the big focus right now. And in fact, it's one of the most read stories on the Bloomberg terminal for today. It might even hit the most read for the week as well, as we're closing out the week. But so much focus here on private credit and what it means for retail getting into private credit. Tell us about Blue Owl stock. This is interesting because we get a public look into how this sector is performing.
Yeah, for sure. BDCs, it's something we've been looking for
Business
quite some time. There was the whole conversation about cockroaches, but what we're seeing now is a lot of the funds that kind of appeared in the last few years, the whole exposure to retail. There's like evergreen funds, interval funds. There's just like a slew of vehicles that now allow retail investors to access the space, are under pressure, and Blue Owl is the example that is happening this week. The ticker is OWL. The stock is down about 6% now. Year to date, it's down 27%. And it's not only Blue Owl. We have Ares, we have Apollo, we have Blackstone, KKR. All those names in the private credit and private equity space are under a lot of pressure. What happened is there was a decision to restrict withdrawals from one of its private credit funds. And of course, those withdrawals were already quarterly. It's not like this is not an ETF. You cannot just go and withdraw your money. But now there is more and more pressure, and clearly investors are very jittery about down 27% year to date, and everyone has been looking for cracks when it comes to private credit, and fundraising has been really slowing down for private credit. So in terms of what's happening in the future, we're definitely seeing investor worry.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.